Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. Today we're going to discuss the topic of al-amanah, that is the trust. This is a very integral part of our deen. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has told us in the Quran, in Surah An-Nisa, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, Inna Allaha ya'murukum an tawaddu al-amanati ila ahliha. Allah orders you to fulfill the trust to those who are entitled to them. Then Allah tells us in Surah Al-Ahzab, at the end of Surah Al-Ahzab, and He tells us, okay, oh human beings, this is what makes you special. You know, I gave the amanah to the heavens and the earth, and to the jibal, to the mountains, you know. I placed this, I gave them this trust. They know, what is this trust? I gave them this responsibility. I offered it to them. None took it up, except for human being, the man. Man took it up. And indeed, he was an amateur. He was immature and he's merciless. You know, Allah calls it, "Innahu kana zaluman jahula." That he was really. This is a very big trust. This is the trust of Allah that he was supposed to take on. And what is that? That Allah gave him delegated authority on earth. Inni ja'ilun fil ardi khalifa. I'm going to place you on earth as a vicegerent, as my delegated authority. Man is going to determine what happens here on earth. So this is a very important responsibility Allah tells us. And this is of course the greatest amanah. Then there is the breakdown of this amanah to a level, to an individual level that Allah has made us responsible for. And it's so integral. In one hadith, the Prophet ﷺ reminds us that the difference between a Muslim and a munafiq, one of the 3-4 things he tells us, the symptoms of nifaq, he says when he speaks, he lies. When he promises, he breaks his promise. When he's entrusted, he betrays his trust. He betrays the trust. And that is the case for breaking the imanah of a munafiq. Then in the hadith, let's look at the hadith. This hadith is narrated by two great companions, Hudayfa bin al-Yaman radiyallahu an and Abu Hurairah radiyallahu an. So he narrates that the Messenger of Allah related two hadiths to us. I witnessed one of them and I'm waiting for the other one. He related to us that amanah, trustworthiness, descended within the hearts of the people before the Quran was revealed. Then the Quran came down. Okay, so that the people, you know, they had to be a certain level of trustworthiness between people before Allah could reveal the Quran. He's just talking about human beings. Allah, before He sent down His trustworthy book, He made sure the people were reliable, that they had a certain level of character, that they would be trustworthy in and of themselves. Then the Quran came down, the people thus acquired knowledge from the Quran and learned knowledge from the Sunnah. Then he related to us that the raising of amanah by saying, a man will fall asleep and amanah will be taken away from his heart. He then related to us about the raising of the amanah by saying, a man will fall asleep and the amanah will be taken away from his heart. He will then again fall asleep and the amanah will again be taken away from his heart. To the point that it's left like a blister. Okay, and a blister, you know, it has a shell, but there's nothing really inside. And this is what the words of the hadith say. And to such an extent that there will be no more trust left in our society. And this is talking about a Muslim society. To an extent the Prophet said, that person over there in that tribe, such and such a person, he's a trustworthy person, go to him. Okay, and the rest of the people, they'll be saying, okay, look, this person, this is the way they'll be talking in our society. He's so intelligent, he's so witty, he's so tough. You know, like we say today about someone when he's such a good negotiator, he's so good at his business skills. Basically what we're saying, he's so good at cheating people and not fulfilling his amanah. And the Prophet ﷺ says, this person, he does not even have a mustard seed of iman in his heart. And the people are saying he's so intelligent, he's so witty, he's so good. So the value system of that society changes when the amanah is lifted. I had experienced such a time and I did not even bother. Now this is his companion Abu Hudayfa, he's saying, Hudayfa radiallahu anhu, he's saying that I had experienced a time where I used to do business with any one of you. But now I'm going to pick carefully who I do business with. You know, I used to think that if it's a Muslim, then his iman, his shahada will be enough for him to fulfill his amanah. And if he's a Christian or a Jew and he's under the Muslim state, then his ruler will be enough for him to fulfill the amanah. Basically the law will be sufficient. As for today, I am not prepared to engage in business with any one of you except a few specific people. So this is him saying about his time. Imagine what he would say in our time today. Let's look at another hadith, and I'm going to paraphrase hadith. It's a long hadith, and we all heard parts of it before. Hudayfa and Abu Hurairah radiallahu anhu narrate that the Messenger of Allah sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, Allah will assemble all the people, the believers will stand up and paradise will be brought close to them. So now they'll go to Adam and they'll say, our father, request Allah to open paradise for us. He replied, it was solely the error of your father, referring to himself, that expelled you from paradise. I'm not worthy of this, go to someone else. And then they'll go to Ibrahim alayhi salam, and then finally they'll get to Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam. Okay, I'm just shortening the narration. He will stand up and permission will be given to him. Amanah, the trust, and the ties of kinship will be given to him. Will be sent and made to stand on either side. Okay, this is paradise is in front. The Prophet, now a way is being made to go into paradise. What's going to stand on one side? Amanah, and on the other side, the ties of kinship, the rahim. These are going to be on two sides. Of the what? The sirat, the pathway. That sirat, that bridge. Every single person will have to cross it. And what's below this bridge? The hellfire. Imagine walking over a live grill. This is the hellfire, even worse than we can ever imagine. Each one of us is going to walk over that bridge. The first group of you who will cross with the speed of lightning. I asked, may my parents be sacrificed for you. What is the meaning of the crossing of the speed of lightning? See, now we know the speed of light is something very, very fast. The companions did not know that at that time. And they asked us, what is the speed of lightning? He replied, have you not seen the lightning flashes and disappears in the blink of an eye? The next group will cross as fast as the wind. The next group will cross at the speed of a flying bird. The next group will cross at the speed of a swift running man. It is the deeds which will influence the speed at which you will cross. Your Prophet will be standing at the Sirat saying, O my sustainer, give peace, give peace. The deeds of the people will eventually not be able to have any influence. A man will come with no ability to walk. He will drag himself on his buttocks. There will be hooks on either end of the Sirat. They will be suspended. They will hook up whoever they are ordered to hook. There will be those who will be saved after having suffered a scratch, and there will be those who will be cast brutally into the hellfire. I take an oath in the name of that being in whose control is my life. Abu Huraira, a pit of hell is a journey of 70 years. Imagine this bridge, its depth is a journey of 70 years. And there's hooks that are going to come and snatch people away from and put you in hellfire. And what are the two key factors which determine this on that sirat? When all the other matters have been resolved, is the matters between the people. And that is the ties of kinship. And the second is the amanah, the trust. So let's focus and let's make sure that none of us are thrown into hellfire because of this final reason of not fulfilling our amanah. And these are very, very important for any Muslim to fulfill. Wa akhiru da'wana alhamdulillahi rabbil alamin.